Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
Rhea Ripley is undoubtedly one of one, but recently, she was pleasantly surprised by a look-alike contest held in her honor. The Eradicator reacted to the same on social media, and it's safe to say she was quite happy. The contest featured several participants walking up on stage, dressed to the nines in their best Ripley gear, and performing the Women's World Champion's various poses. What's more, they could win in 3 different categories. The criteria included the most jacked, best makeup, and best overall. The winners received a surplus of $300 in prizes, including Hot Topic gift cards, WWE merchandise, Sephora merchandise, and more. It was quite an incredible contest, and Rhea Ripley showed her appreciation for the contestants on X. She tweeted out the TikTok of the contest, and pointed out how every one of the participants looked sick. The event was held over the weekend, at Fight Function in Indianapolis. Perhaps if she had known in advance, Ripley herself would have popped in and served as judge for the contest. Rhea Ripley will be waiting to hear about Charlotte Flair's decision. Rhea Ripley was not at Fight Function because of the Royal Rumble. The Eradicator was at the event and kept a keen eye on the Women's Rumble match. Of course, as is common knowledge, Charlotte Flair was the last woman standing, and that gives Ripley a lot to think about. The decision, at the end of the day, is in the Queen's hands, but Ripley would do well to be prepared. At this point, there is still a 50% chance that Flair chooses to face her for the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania 41. In fact, Ripley was asked about the possibility of facing Flair, and she responded by reminding everyone what happened the last time they met at WrestleMania. "I just want to remind Charlotte of WrestleMania 39. We've been there, we've done that. I beat her last time. She's been out for a while. She's got a bang knee. I already beat her. I'm done," said Ripley. That being said, Ripley would later state her opinion on who Flair would eventually choose to face, and she seems convinced it will be Tiffany Stratton. Nevertheless, as mentioned earlier, it will not hurt to be wary. It was an ordinary day in the WWE universe, or so Rhea Ripley thought. She had just finished her training session at the Performance Center, dripping with sweat but feeling powerful as always. The thought of facing another challenger for her Women's World Championship was something she had grown accustomed to. After all, being a champion meant there was always someone gunning for her title. But nothing could prepare her for what she was about to encounter. As she entered the arena for the night's WWE event, Rhea noticed something strange, something that would challenge her concept of fame in a way she had never imagined. It started as soon as she stepped onto the backstage area. The crew, the staff, and even some of the wrestlers were dressed casually, but there was an undeniable energy in the air. As she walked further, she overheard a few excited whispers, "Rhea's going to love this. And I can't believe they're actually doing it." Curious, Rhea quickened her pace, her curiosity piqued. When she turned the corner, her jaw nearly dropped. There, in the main lobby, were at least 10 different people, all dressed as her. It wasn't just 1 or 2 fans in Rhea Ripley's signature black leather and purple gear, with the spiked jacket and the daring makeup. No, this was a full-on tribute, a celebration. The fans, young and old, had put effort into every detail, from the perfect black lipstick to the meticulously styled hair, some even mimicking her unique tattoos with temporary ink. They were all decked out, recreating her iconic look from her entrances to her fierce attitude. There was no mistaking it, these fans were channeling the Eradicator herself. Rhea stood frozen, for a moment, unsure of what to say. This was beyond flattery. This was surreal. She had known for a while that her rise to prominence had sparked a change in the WWE universe. She had broken barriers as one of the top female superstars and was constantly seen as a figure of strength and empowerment. But to see so many people, so many different personalities, all drawing inspiration from her, it was both humbling and overwhelming. One fan, a young woman, noticed Rhea and approached her first. She was in a full Rhea Ripley ensemble, complete with a leather jacket, her own pair of combat boots, and even a miniature version of Rhea's championship belt. She was practically vibrating with excitement. "Rhea!" the fan exclaimed. "We just had to dress like you tonight. You're everything we want to be. You've inspired us so much. You don't know how much you've done for us." Rhea blinked, her heart swelling with emotions she wasn't used to showing. "Wow. I don't even know what to say. I didn't expect this. But I have to say, you all look amazing. You all put so much effort into this, and I respect that. You're channeling the Eradicator energy better than I ever could have imagined." The young fan beamed with pride. "We just want to be strong, like you. You're a role model, Rhea." Rhea's mind buzzed. She had never imagined herself as a role model. Sure, she knew that she represented strength and resilience, but to be the face of empowerment for so many was something she hadn't fully grasped until this very moment. The fan group surrounded her, sharing their stories of how Rhea Ripley had inspired them. One fan described overcoming personal struggles, using Rhea's no-nonsense attitude as motivation to power through hard times. Another talked about how Rhea's unapologetic confidence helped her embrace her individuality. The stories were different, but they all had one thing in common: Rhea Ripley's impact. As she listened to them, Rhea's usual confident demeanor softened. She couldn't deny that this was a special moment, a testament to how far she had come in the WWE. She had spent years perfecting her craft, overcoming the odds, and fighting tooth and nail to earn her spot at the top. But it was moments like this that made it all worth it. After a few more moments of soaking in the atmosphere, Rhea took a deep breath and gathered the fans in front of her. "You guys make me feel incredible," she said, her voice steady but full of emotion. "When I first started in this business, I never thought I'd have people looking up to me the way you do. To know that you all are dressing up as me, that you're embracing what I stand for, it means everything." The crowd cheered, their faces lighting up as Rhea spoke. She had never imagined that her journey would lead to this moment of connection with her fans. But it wasn't just about her look or her persona. It was about what she stood for: strength, confidence, and not apologizing for who you are. And these fans had embraced that message, proudly displaying it in the most visible way possible. A few more fans came forward, posing for photos with Rhea and exchanging words of thanks. The energy in the room was electric, and it felt as though the entire lobby had transformed into a celebration of Rhea Ripley's legacy. For a moment, she was no longer just Rhea Ripley, the wrestler; she was Rhea Ripley, the icon. As she wrapped up the impromptu fan interaction, she knew that this moment would stay with her forever. It wasn't about the belt around her waist or the title she held. It wasn't about the accolades or the main event matches. It was about the lives she had touched. Later that evening, Rhea reflected on the experience as she prepared for her match. Backstage, she looked at herself in the mirror, the image of strength and power staring back at her. But now, there was something different about the reflection. It wasn't just Rhea Ripley the champion, it was Rhea Ripley the symbol, the one who had inspired so many to embrace their true selves. As the lights dimmed, signaling the start of her entrance, Rhea grinned. The fans in the arena cheered, but this time, it wasn't just for the Eradicator in the ring. It was for Rhea Ripley, the woman who had become more than just a WWE superstar. She had become a beacon of strength and authenticity for everyone watching. Rhea Ripley had inspired them, and they had inspired her.